welcome back to Lucid Trading, and I'm noticing my video cam is making me look like a ghost, but welcome back to Lucid Trading. Make sure you tap that like button, that would be very, very much appreciated. But yeah, welcome back for round 2 for today. I'm just going to quickly edit the video capturing device so that you can see me properly. Fantastic, that should be better. If it's not better, then let me know. But yeah, welcome back to Daniel, Marshall, Lively, MC, Jerome, Alex. That's an interesting name because Jerome Powell is going to be speaking tomorrow. See me, Alex. I think I said Alex already. Leveling up, Abinov. Sorry if I don't pronounce that correctly. John, Steve, Peru, welcome back. Make sure you tap the like button. Let's get it going. Let's smash that like button right here, right now. Let's get to 30 likes. Come on. Let's get it going. All right, so what is happening in the market right now? We've got the FOMC meeting tomorrow, which is going to be... Well, the meeting is happening right now as we speak, actually. But tomorrow we're going to have a press release from Jerome Powell, the almighty himself. So that is going to be pretty darn huge. Stocks are selling off slightly. It was to be expected, you know, right before the FOMC meeting. Generally, when the market is up huge and we have an FOMC meeting or like anything just related to Jerome Powell speaking, we tend to see some negative sentiment, or we see some downside pressure. In the market, we've got the NASDAQ down 0.5 percentage point, the Dow Jones down slightly, Russell down slightly, and the same is going on with the S&P, but it's mostly the high multiple stocks that are correcting to the downside. But despite all of that, we're seeing AMC sitting at 59.15. So AMC is doing pretty darn well still after everything that happened during the day. It went all the way down to 57, 56, and it came back up to the $60. Now sitting at about 59. Very, very interesting movement that we're seeing here with AMC stock. Now, let's see what's happening here in the live chat. Gara, what about me? Welcome back, Lionel. Hit that like button. Let's see. I think I forgot to actually link the stream here in the Discord. Fantastic. There we go. All right. I hope you guys are having a good afternoon so far. Good afternoon / morning. We are starting off this second live stream here with looking at just what's happening with Tesla. We can see that the MACD is crossing to the downside. We said that Tesla was going to be reaching towards 600 and I think it was 640, 650. And I think we're probably going to be seeing it touch the trend line very, very briefly at around 598. Let's see. I would say 597 makes more sense. So it could actually drop slightly further and then zoom back up. But I do think we're going to see significant upwards momentum coming for Tesla stock. So I am not worrying at all about that. We've got a massive resistance at 630, about 635. So it's just going to be a matter of time until we see that actually launching to the upside. So that is that. What is really nice is that we're seeing Tesla actually holding the 600 range. You would expect that with the bearish sentiment that we're seeing, it would actually breach it, but it's actually holding up pretty nicely. It touched 600, I believe. Yeah, there you go. It touched 600.5. Once it did, it actually just shot back up. We can see on the MACD that we're seeing it recover all the way back. So we could see some upside pressures here very temporarily. But this is all related to the FOMC meeting. This is why we're seeing many stocks out there like AI, Palantir, Snowflake, Apple, like big tech. Everything else is also selling off right now prior to that important meeting that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Gara, what is your view on BlackRock and hedge fund institutions buying up all the homes in the United States? Yeah, it's just, what can I say about it? I don't like that that's happening. I think it's ruining the American dream, so to speak. And, I don't know, but like, what can we do about it, right? They're still going to be buying up those homes. They are in search of yield. and there's not a lot of yield to go around. So I think that's the main reason why they're buying up these homes, especially during inflationary times like right now. That's one of the better investments you can make. And so yeah, BlackRock is buying tons of homes up. It's not the first time that's happening. It's just it's becoming so unaffordable for a lot of people, for the average person, that we're now seeing the effect of it, right? So I don't think it's a good thing necessarily. But I don't know what people are going to do about it. I mean, they've got capital. They're allowed to buy property. They're allowed to buy assets, unless the government is going to do something about that. But yeah, we'll see about that. They're actually trying to do something here in the Netherlands, preventing people from buying homes in like baskets, like just buying 100 homes like right away like that to rent them out. So there is some progress regarding to that. But it's also like a very controversial thing, because some people are saying like, hey, they should be allowed to do what they want because of, freedom. And other people are saying, but the little guy is being left out. Normal people can't buy a home. Both arguments have merit. But yeah. Price prediction on TRCH. I actually haven't checked TRCH in some time, so I'll be checking that. While I'll be checking that, guys, do make sure you tap the like button. Yeah, this was probably small market cap. There you go. We botched this one, I have to say. This it went the opposite way to what we thought, unfortunately. Yeah, what is this about? 762 million market cap, burning lots of money. It's an energy company, right? Energy is doing really well, so that might be the reason. Although it could also be that there's a lot of short interest and it's being squeezed to the upside. MACD is about to cross. RSI is coming down. I think we could see this one go down further. It does seem like that could be the case. So we could see it go back to 5.3 and then eventually fill down the gap all the way to $4. That's what I'm seeing here. It's a small market cap. There's not a whole lot to be talking about here. So that's that. Guys, hit the like button. Let's go. Let's get it going. Let's get to 50 likes right now. Come on. Gara Apex Technologies. No rats. There's not too much to be talking about Apex Technologies. I mean, the price has not been fluctuating that much. It's just not a whole lot is happening there. Homes are actually a terrible investment historically if you consider inflation, or especially alternative. It's an inflation, yeah. It's pretty much an inflation hedge, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. You're kind of hedging against inflation. Hold up. Let's check Palantir for a second. Yeah, Palantir actually came down quite a significant bit here. There you go. Yeah, I just had to add the PayPal banner. Nice. Alright, so we're going to cover Palantir and C3 here for a minute. My target for Palantir is 27. We already knew this, right? Palantir right now, my gosh, that looks painful, right? We saw Palantir actually spike to 25.5, and then it pulled back all the way. That was from top to bottom. That's 4%, right? So Palantir is down 1.1%. That is really painful. Nevertheless, I don't think we're gonna see significant downside here. I think Palantir is going to be doing just fine. They just announced a partnership. And if we're taking a look at the 4 hours, it is crossing the MACD here, unfortunately, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go down. It could also just go sideways for a bit, consolidate between that $24 to $25. And then we'll see it eventually go back to 25 and above. And I think it's going to go straight to that 27. But yeah, like I said the other time, there are a lot of calls right now lots of open interest on the $25 strike price, the 26, the 27, etc. So it could be that we're going to see those be weeded out by the market makers. Because there's like an insane amount of open interest. Plus, keep in mind, it's not like Palantir didn't go up a significant amount. It went up 55% from that bottom to the top. So that's definitely not nothing. Usually when you see a move like that, a stock generally tends to consolidate or downtrend for quite a bit until it hits a support level. So that's what I'm saying. We could probably see some consolidation for Palantir stock. It's not going to be that significant, but it's going to take some time. It always does take time with Palantir, right? It's a slow mover, and when it does move, it moves really, really darn fast. Did you grab some CCIV below $23? Yes, I did. Hell yeah. Please rate CCIV. Yeah, I'll do that in a moment here. Let's see. There we go. Right, so we said CCIV was going to be coming down to about 23.5. It hit 23. It actually went below that very briefly. It hit 22.5. I think there is enough room for CCIV to be running to the 40s. And I think right now, as we're seeing that right now, we're seeing it bottom out. It's going to consolidate for a bit. So this is going to be the last opportunity for people to get into CCIV at a cheap price. We're talking 23, 22. That's what we're seeing right now. Although I have to say, on the daily chart, we're seeing quite the contrary. We're seeing it about to cross on the MACD. So that's an interesting thing that's happening here. I hope it's going to drop down more if that's the case. It's down 19% from that top. I mean, recently we saw, yeah, significant downturns, right? I think it's going to hold. I think this trend is going to be holding. We're right around the trend line. At worst, it gets to 22, but I think we already hit that, 22.5. I think there's going to be some consolidation going on here. So it might actually consolidate, and then we see it rally upwards. Like that. Of course, I don't think it's going to go to 26.5. I think it's going to go way above that price. So let me just sketch it out. Something like that, right? So it's going to go up parabolic. We could be around... I think we could be seeing the... oh, never mind. The merger is going to be the 23rd, right? So the 23rd of July. They actually keep on changing that date, which is making it a little bit harder than usual. So we got a month and a week until the merger date. Usually it takes about a month for things to really start, for things to really get going. I would say we would probably see just a couple days of slow movements, consolidation, and then eventually kind of get to that $30 range. I would estimate that we could get there first week of July, right? So first week of July, then we can go past that level. I think that's a realistic pace for a merger and for CCIV, given the historic movement that we usually see for CCIV. Grega says, "Hey Gara, Ford corrected like you said. Is it going to head even lower?" Let me check it out. One moment. Yeah, it did correct. It looks like it's uptrending slightly here. It's up 1%. Yeah, the value stocks are moving up slightly today, prior to the FOMC meeting press release. But looking at what's happening here, I think it's more likely than not that we're going to see Ford still downtrend. I don't think it's going to stop. Although the 4 hours is indicating that we could maybe see a bounce back up and then a downtrend, because, look what we're seeing here. It looks like we're about to see some positive momentum. So if we're going to be like really accurate here, How can I do this? Let me just grab... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I actually wanted... No, not this. There we go. Yeah, we might see a retracement back to 15.2, 15.3. So a couple percentage points to the upside and then a continuation of that downtrend. Honestly, I think it would make more sense for to continue to go up until like 15.5. So 15.5 and then go down again. So the downtrend is going to continue. And this is on the basis of that daily chart MACD cross that we're seeing here. There's a gap there to be filled. It went up very, very fast, right? And whenever Ford goes up like that, usually you see a swift correction to the downside. Although I have to admit, this looks a lot like what we've seen here. And back then, we didn't see a massive correction like that. But given what we're seeing here on the daily chart, I still think it's going to correct back to $14. Gara, C3, please. Yeah, C3 is going down a significant bit. It's not just C3. You know, the market as a whole is pulling back. But yeah, it is so unfortunate. Look at that. It's down 4.5 percentage points right now. It's really painful. But we did call it out. We said that, hey, it's going to come back regardless. And it did come back. This was our prediction. We said C3 was going to be coming back to around that support line at 57.5. It's actually a little bit below that. And I still think, I'm going to keep repeating this, I still think it's a great price, regardless of the price going down right now. I think we're still getting discounts on discounts on discounts. We just recently had the lockup period expiration, and the market is negative right now. We've got the FOMC meeting tomorrow. No wonder that the stock is going down still. If we're taking a look at the 4 hours... I think it's going to hold this, 57. I think it's definitely going to be holding that. Although, if it would actually... Let's say that tomorrow the stock market is negative. The next target would be around 55, 54. That would be quite feasible. Right in this range. But I'm going to be optimistic here. I think this is a strong support. I think the FOMC meeting isn't going to be that bad. So I'm expecting it to still rally back up to 65 either by the end of this week or by the beginning of next week. It's going to be a matter of time. The fundamentals are still good. The stock price is still very low. So we should be able to see some upside retracement. Guys, hit the like button. Also, let me know which stocks you want. Which stocks you would like me to cover. You can do that in the live chat, obviously. Keep in mind, if you want to donate, I would really appreciate it if you would do it through PayPal, because to get the full amount through PayPal, YouTube takes about half, which is it's kind of sour, but you know, things are the way they are. All right, let's just adjust the chair here. We're sitting at 69 likes. We're getting very close to 100. Smash the like button. There we go. What is happening with Mara? Some people are talking about Mara. Oh, interesting. So Mara is actually pulling back up, while Bitcoin is not really doing so well. Huh. That's an interesting phenomenon. Although we had the pattern right, it just didn't come back down to 14. We did get it back to that 18, right? So we said, you know, back when it was like 60, we said it was going to come down all the way to roughly 30. So we predicted that. Although, when it gets lower and lower and lower, it becomes really hard to see what would happen. I mean, Bitcoin goes up like 1.7%, and then Mars starts shooting 5%, which is an interesting phenomenon. Yeah, I don't think Mara's going to do a whole lot. Because I don't think Bitcoin is going to do a whole lot. I would expect... let me just grab a fib. There we go. Yeah, there you go. That's the level that we're... 36.3. I think around 36.3, that's going to be a possibility. Might actually reach that. Something like this. And then pull back. That's what I'm thinking here. Back to that 28.7. Maybe even a little bit lower than that. Around 27, 26. But let's keep it like this. This would still uphold the trend line to the upside. But yeah, I don't think it's as bullish as what we had seen in the prior months when Bitcoin was really going up fast. Right now, we're still down on Bitcoin, yeah, right? So we're not even close to the all-time high. And I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense for the Bitcoin miners to be doing well right now. The reverse Jumia. Bitcoin is pumping. It's pumping slightly, yeah. PaySafe, please. Let me take a look at PaySafe. There we go. Right, so there we go. PaySafe is going down. We said it would be going down, and it is going down. It is going according to prediction. Look at that. Fantastic. This is not the first time we said PaySafe was going to go down. We actually said it was going to go down right in this zone too. Because the technicals were looking awful, and I think there was something going on. I just don't quite remember. I think it was either a lockup period expiration. No, it was not a lockup period expiration. It's just pure technically, right? So the technicals are still looking bad. I think PaySafe could come down all the way to 10.9, and it's still going down. So it's now down 2.6%. Shiba just listed on Coinbase Pro. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if Coinbase is going up that much, though. No, there you go. It's actually going down still. Down 1.8%. AMC is looking a little bit weaker right now. Yeah, it might actually drop all the way to 50, looking at the 4-hour chart. I think it was especially on the 1 hour where it was evident. Yeah, so if this really comes down, what you could expect from this is a slow rally to the downside. So, slow sell-off. Very slow sell-off. So we would just slowly kind of taper down like that. Similar to what we had here. Could be wrong about this, of course, because maybe there might be a gamma squeeze, right? We don't know that for sure. People won't sell and they will keep on buying. I bet they will. But you know, 85% of people lose money, so. Mara joins the Russell 2000 Index effective June 28th. Oh, wow. That is really great news for Mara. That's good news for anybody that's holding Mara right now. There we go. AMC picking up the pace. It's upholding the trend line. That's interesting. Up 4%. While the whole market was red. That's kind of suspicious in my opinion. The whole market is red. AMC is up 4%. In fact, it was up way more at some point, but I just find that a little weird. Just a tad bit weird. Okay. Dang, Apple need to wake up. I mean, Apple went to 130. Give it some time. It's going to go up, for sure. I haven't checked Microvision in a while. Yeah, so remember what we said. We said Microvision was going to be jumping up to 26, potentially, and then drop down all the way. And, well, it did drop. We saw it drop roughly 20%. And I think there's a high probability it's going to keep on dropping. Maybe not as sharp as I hoped, but regardless of that, looking at the daily chart, yeah, I think that $18 could be a price that we're going to be seeing for Microvision. I'll give it like a week or two. PLL to the moon. What is PLL? I haven't actually heard of this, have I? Oh, I have. I have. Never mind. I've actually covered this one in the past. 100%. Yeah, I've covered it. I just don't know why it doesn't show the actual lines of it. Well, it must be a long time ago. Piedmont Lithium. 1 billion market cap. It's pretty sizable market cap. Engages in the exploration of mineral properties. I mean, this is very, very important for the EV makers out there, right? For the batteries. So, of course, it's going to go up as we see the EV makers go up substantially, especially when we have inflation. Minerals become more expensive. But yeah, I mean, I think inflation is already priced in with this stock. Let me see if there's an actual trend here. Yeah, the MACD is crossing to the downside. We're seeing that on the 4 hours. It's bearish, right? So we're seeing bearish sentiment. I'm going to say, it's a bold prediction, but I'm going to say we're going to see it back all the way to the 64s. So maybe a 10% correction is going to be possible here. Because I don't think that the EV stocks are going to do well either. Because they're right now correcting slightly. And Tesla's deliveries coming in about 2.5 weeks. So there's still some time left until then. I think we could see it correct downwards. Given that the MACD is about to head down. RSI is heading down. Volume is negative and kind of pointing downwards too. We're seeing that on every single kind of time frame here. So that's the expectation. Back to the $18. Sorry, not $18. What am I saying? Back to 64. Gara, do you consider buying cryptocurrencies right now? No, I think it's too expensive. I think we're going to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else get a lot cheaper. I did buy Ethereum at 2,000. I did buy Bitcoin at 30,000. I'm planning to buy more if we see Ethereum and Bitcoin go down below 30K, below the 2,000 again. It might take some time, but I think it's going to get there. Hey, Gara, please check your PayPal. We got a 4%. 4%. My gosh, I've been thinking about stocks too much lately. We got a €4 donation from Stephen Beck. Stephen says, let me check. Thank you for all your help. Please look at TTCF. Short interest is 32%. We were like super bullish on Tatuchev. Like really, really bullish. Look at that. So this was our prediction for Tatuchev. We said it was going to initially consolidate. It was going to be correcting. And then we would see a move upwards, right? It went down, and then it started moving up, just in a way that we kind of said it would be going up. It hit 23.5, which is really amazing. And now what we're seeing is it's kind of consolidating around that $20 range. So 21, 22 is kind of right at that range. What was really weird is that we saw it move to 24, apparently. And it dropped down all the way. So that how much of a drop is that? That's 8%. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Oh. The MACD is crossing on the daily chart. Oh. History suggests we're going to see a downturn. Let's just check what the resistance is on Tutuchev. One moment. There we go. Alright, so we hit the resistance. Hey, that's kind of fancy. Look at that. So we hit that resistance at around 24.5, right? So it came back down right after. There's support at the 21.8, and guess what? It went right to that 21.8 and it shot back up, which makes perfect sense. Now, what I think is going to be happening next is we might actually see a downturn, right? We see the daily chart is showing that the momentum is heading down for Tutuchev. We might see it go down slightly. It's going to be difficult to tell where it's actually going to start bottoming out. But I think as soon as it's going to leave that $22 support, it could go all the way back to, I hate to say it, but around $20. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Something like that. And then, you know, it might actually use it as support. If it doesn't use it as support, it's going to keep going down. However, we do have earnings coming up soon. Well, okay, that's not soon. Never mind. It's in September. As we get closer to earnings, we should see some upside. But right now, it looks like we're going to see a sell-off commence. Just purely on the technicals. Maybe they have fundamental news coming out. But technically speaking, it's not looking that good right now. Remember, we were bullish on this, right? So we were bullish on this for weeks. Let's get the like count up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get to 100 likes. And meanwhile, I'm going to read the donation here. Okay, we already did that one. Let's get to 100 likes right here, right now. Gara, what's up with this stock? Tell it's really volatile. Recent article says strong sell for June, and today it's running when everything else is down. I think we might have probably... Yeah, Tellurian. We covered this. So bad. Yeah, so we were completely wrong about this stock. In fact, you can see here... I mean, we did say it's going to go down here. I expected it to move up. Yet we saw a sell-off commence, and I think it's... I think that was an obvious one. You know, it was eventually going to be crossing downwards. 23% down. What kind of a company is this? Natural gas. And the MACD is crossing. Classic. This is very interesting. I think we might see another bounce on Tellurian. Let's delete this. 4 hours indicating that as well. Maybe retrace back to $5 and then pull back. I think that seems to be the case here. One sec. No, that doesn't make sense. So a retracement back to the 5 and then back to the 4.5, and then we'll see what happens. But right now, I think we're going to see it bounce back to the $5. And then depending on what's going to happen tomorrow and after tomorrow, with the FOMC meeting, press release, I think that's going to have a big effect. But at the moment, I think it's going to zoom back up to $5. Let's see. Oh, we hit 100 likes. That is phenomenal. Gara, thoughts on sundial growers? One moment. Yeah, we said it was going to go down. I don't think I'm going to change my opinion on this. I think it's going to keep on going down. It's going to get back to this trend line. Looks like it's going to do that. Although, I would have to correct this slightly. This FIP trace is... There we go. This is a support zone, right? Yeah, it's a sneaky little support zone. It could bounce and then come down. So we could see something like this. But it's still going to go back to around 0.95. And then we'll see some consolidation. I don't think a whole lot is going to be happening for sundial growers, honestly. What are we buying today? Right, so what I'm currently buying, honestly, I am still adding to my Tesla stock. I think Tesla stock has a great future. I think it's still holding trend. And we've got big catalysts coming up for Tesla. It's just going to be a matter of time, I'm telling you. It's down 2.7% right now. Like, do you want to get it any cheaper than that? One sec. Although the 4 hours indicating is going to probably consolidate there at around 600. So I'm adding to my Tesla. I'm adding to C3.ai. I'm also buying Palantir because I think Palantir is going to trend up. There's no doubt about that. And like I said previously, I'll be adding to Xpeng as it reaches that 38, 39 level. With Neo, I would probably start adding at around 42, maybe even lower than that. 40 to 42 range, which would be quite phenomenal. And C3.ai, I mean, right now C3.ai is just becoming cheaper and cheaper, and I'm just, I like what I'm seeing. There we go. Yeah, are we waiting to buy until after tomorrow's meeting? No, I'm not waiting. I don't think waiting is a good idea right now. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you're always going to need to kind of have some exposure to stocks. You can't just be in cash, right? Like, I've seen a lot of people say, well, you know what? I'm all cash. I want to just wait. You got to have some exposure. And I think dollar cost averaging is the best way to get that exposure. So just doing nothing in an inflationary environment, I don't think that's a very smart idea. But of course, having cash around is also equally important. Guys, we really need to get that like count up. Let's go. Let's go. If you're holding any growth or tech stock right now, like Tesla, Palantir, Neo, do make sure you tap that like button. Let's go. Let's get it going. Let's get to 150 likes. Come on. Come on, everybody. You've been liking C3.ai for the last 30 months. It's only going down. Yeah, I guess, some people have patience. Some people want to see the gain happen today. The people that want to see gain today, hey, if you want to see gains today, tomorrow, AMC Gimi, right? See how that works. I don't think it's going to work out that well. So you got to be patient. You got to pick out stocks and companies with great fundamentals, with a bright future. Those stocks are going to do good long term, right? So if you, for example, if you make a swing trade, it doesn't work out so well, it's not going to be a problem because you're swing trading a company that has a future. That's what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, AMC has a future as well, but I don't think it's going to sit at $59 eventually. Like, I think it's going to probably come down to about $20. Might be tomorrow, might be next week, might be next month. Or maybe in 6 months, for that matter. Let's see. Plug. Let's check out Plug. More moments. All right. Yeah, so we were completely off on Plug as well, apparently. Although it didn't quite reach that level right there, we eventually did get to that 34, 35. Daily MACD is crossing to the downside. Can we trust this? RSI is heading down as well. Yeah, plug power is it's not even close to the all-time high that it was at. 16.5 billion market cap. I think what's really likely to happen with plug power, we might see another dead cat bounce, but I think the trend is still heading down. At least that's what I'm seeing on the daily chart. Maybe the weekly is disagreeing here, and it is. It's a difficult one. Yeah. Uses Fibonacci. I think it might actually go down a tad bit more, but we will see it recover very fast. Yeah, I think the downturn is going to continue. Probably going to continue back to 26.5 on plug power. Most definitely, yeah. We would see it continue to go down, and we'll see something like this probably. I think that seems to be quite likely. Go all the way back to the 37, 38. In all likelihood. I'm tempted to buy 100 shares of CCIV. Can anyone else hear background noise? Yeah, there's some background noise. I have to admit, it's really busy outside because it's just great weather today. All right. Here we go. Let's see. What do we have here? Look at that. There's so much background noise. It's just... You hear that? Yeah, that's just the cons of just having neighbors, I guess. I won't have that problem next month, though. But, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a very, very interesting day because we're going to hear... we're gonna see what happens with the actual FOMC meeting. We're gonna probably hear the same thing that we've pretty much heard the other times from Jerome Powell, where he's just gonna say, "Hey, you know, we're not gonna raise rates. We're gonna keep on buying assets." However, if he does not say that, if he says we're thinking about tapering down, so basically slowing down the asset repurchasing, then that is going to have a big, big impact. Let's see. Do you live next to an elementary? I hear kids in the background. No. I just have... There's neighbors on all sides, and everybody's outside because it's great weather. And, I mean, it makes sense. What do you do when it's great weather? You go outside, right? You go in your backyard, have a couple of beers, you know, just hang out with the family. And that's basically what you're hearing in the background. But it's all across the Netherlands, right? Because it's been a long time since it was great weather like this. Well, you don't know what could happen in the new place you're moving to. No. The new place, it doesn't have those problems. Not at all. Not at all. It's a lot better. But it's going to take us some time, right? Next month, at the end of next month, no more problems like that. It's going to be quite nice. One moment. Right. Gara, what do you think of Zillow stock, Gara? How much is a gallon of gas where you live? It is really expensive. I think it was $6 or $7 per gallon. In the Netherlands, yeah, it's really expensive to tank. It is incredibly expensive. About $6 to $7 per gallon. Yeah, it's really crazy. But it's because the government is taxing it, right? So the government is taxing... it's taxing it like crazy. I think pretty much half of it is just taxes. It is not that expensive. We've got about 9 minutes left until Power Hour. Make sure, of course, you smash the like button. And we're just taking a look at some stocks. I want to check what's happening with Apple. I think Apple's still looking pretty good to be hitting that 133 very soon. Facebook is probably going to try to get to that 345, 350 before we see a pullback there. Some very, very interesting things. How many liters is a gallon? I think it was 3 liters or something? 2.5 liters? Not sure. Let me check. How many liters is a gallon? It's roughly 3.7. No, wait, hold up. That's not true then. No. Hold up. 1 gallon is 3.7. In the Netherlands, it's roughly, yeah, around $6.5 to $7 per... No, that's dollars, right? So in euros, let me think about this. $7 to $8 per gallon. That's how much it costs to tank here in the Netherlands. Alrighty. You've got 8 minutes left, and until power hour. It just seems like stocks are kind of pulling back. We're in wait and see mode. You know, tomorrow we're gonna have the news, right? What Jerome Powell's gonna be saying. It's gonna be quite crucial because some people have been whispering about tapering, and so far, yeah, in all honesty, so far it seems like it doesn't seem like they're gonna taper, and I don't think Jerome Powell's gonna announce that they're gonna be tapering or anything like that. So I think if anything, the rally is gonna keep on going. Google says gas in Amsterdam is $6.5. No, it's not. It's way more expensive. It is way more expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive. It's about $7 to $8 per gallon. That's twice the amount that you pay in California. And people are complaining in California, right? Imagine if you live in the Netherlands. It is horrible to it hit 1.25 per gallon here in Louisiana a couple of years ago. That is amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's like the government is trying to push, you know, they're trying to push people to go and buy an electric vehicle. And they're doing their best, like their absolute best to get people to do that. The Nasdaq is still falling, but I think we're getting close to a support area. AMC is about to get back to that $60 level. We're getting pretty darn close. See what happened to CD Projekt today. Oh yeah, look at that. Damn. That's what we're talking about. CD Projekt went up 14%. So the stock that I was talking about, right? This is up 14% right now as we speak. Some really, really good stuff. Anybody that listened to me, keep in mind I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're holding CD Projekt, congrats. It's really skyrocketing. We were talking about this all the way when it was sitting at 10.5. So that we're talking about like a 35% gain. It's not bad. I think that's a significantly better gain than the AMC gains that we have seen the past couple days. Just like 20% or something. One sec. S&P 500. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, look at the S&P. I mean, it's just slowly heading up. No sign of downside. No nothing. Just slowly, bit by bit, going up. I mean, it does make sense. There's quite a bit of inflation. It's like we have inflation to a certain extent. We're not seeing hyperinflation, but we're seeing, you know, a little bit of inflation. Well, a little bit. We're seeing inflation, right? So people are kind of flocking to the to indices, stocks, and that's one of the main reasons why you're seeing that going up. Which in of itself is creating a bubble, given that the fundamentals of the underlying assets are failing to support the actual valuation, or starting to fail to support that, which just basically means stocks are getting overvalued. In terms of like PE ratio. Thank God you don't live next to a cafe. Yeah, it would be it would be horrible. Will Biden be speaking this week? I think he already spoke at the G7, right? The G7 meeting. One to short AMC, not necessarily. We got 3 minutes until power hour, and we're waiting here. Stocks are not doing a whole lot right now, just kind of consolidating. Abu Bakr Al Jasmi coming in here with a $7.3 donation, or AED donation. I don't know what that stands for, but thank you nevertheless. Jumia, do you see a great future for it? Oh yeah, Biden's meeting Putin, right? That's going to be quite significant. Although I don't necessarily think that the stock market is going to move because of that, that meeting in of itself. So we had Jumia Technologies. It's down 8.3%. That's quite a large amount. Yeah, we said it was going to go down previously, and it did go down, so we were right about that. But right now, as we speak, it is downtrending once again. Interesting. Let's see if we can find a good support. Yeah, resistance is around 32, 33, and it pulled back right after. The 27 would be intermediary, like 26.5, 27. Might hold, actually. Okay, given what we're seeing here, you know, RSI could be going down. We could see the MACD actually pull back here as well. I think it's going to hold at 26.5, so we might see a bounce there. Regarding the fundamentals of the company, I think it's very promising. But for it to grow into its valuation and to expand, that's going to take years, right? So we're going to see massive pullbacks and rallies. I think it's promising long term. It's just right now, I think we're going to get very, very cheap prices for Jumia when we see an actual market downturn, like a real market downturn. So at this moment, I would say, hey, it's a swing trade. Does have long-term potential. Yeah, it's just going to be... I'll probably, like, if you're long-term in Jumia, I'll probably wait until the price, until it gets cheaper. Short-term, it could be a good swing trade. You know, back to 35 for that matter, I think. 35 and just in the 40s, right? So in that 40 range, that's where I would personally get the hell out of there. But still not looking that bad. Oh yeah, Power Hour is activated. We are right now in Power Hour. Let's activate the template. Let's get that going, and hopefully we'll finally see some movement here. We don't seem to see much movement there. I said it previously with AMC. I don't know where it is. Oh, there you go. So the hedge funds, they know that it's going to be big trouble if AMC closes above 60. There's a lot of out of the money options with that $60, $65 strike price, and it could trigger another squeeze. So we're seeing it having a tough time to get above 60 and stay there. It briefly touches 60, gets above that, and it tends to sell off right after, usually. So I think that's going to be interesting to look at. Oh my god, people are actually... They're actually starting to play music in the background. Yeah, that is just really, really darn awkward. That is... I can't do much about that, guys. This happens like once in every 6 months. You have this people playing music in the background with like 20 people. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, Power Hour is among us, and we're seeing that AMC is going to pretty much go back to the $60. That's what we're seeing. Furthermore, I don't think not a whole lot is happening actually so far. But, you know, it's the start of the hour. There could be some things happening here. Oh man, yeah, I think I'm gonna really have to focus more on the videos. I do notice like a real stagnation in the viewership. I'm gonna be like real right now. It's been gradually going down. It has a lot to do with AMC. Most people right now are really interested in AMC stock, which is taking a toll on many streamers out there. Darn, it's annoying, but I'm gonna have to get back to making videos. I really do prefer doing the live streams, but I'm just noticing like it's like a really big difference from the first time that I live streamed. Quick, turn off the live stream so you don't get demonetized. I wouldn't do that. And you know, in all honesty, like, I'm still living here with, you know, in my family's home, and I'll be moving out next month. I'm really thinking about just streaming a little bit less and just focusing on the creation of content, just videos and everything. Because it really does seem like most people are just watching AMC videos, GME videos, the meme stocks. That's really the hype right now. And I can't really fight that. I don't want to join it either, because I don't really believe in it. I really don't think covering AMC and GME 24/7 is going to do anybody any good. It's just, I think it's a casino. I think it's like mostly gambling, because people don't care about the fundamentals. So yeah, I've been struggling with this for like a couple weeks. Like, what do I want to do? Right? Do I want to keep on doing 2-hour-long live streams when I see that the audience is shrinking for it, and most of the people are going to trace trades, mat cores, watching AMC, and that makes it very difficult. But like, it would break my heart if I see the viewership go down to 200 and then 100, and that's just, I don't know. I just don't think that's a good idea. So I think I'm going to be focusing on making videos from now on. Stop watching Kevin to watch you. Well, the most people stopped watching other live streamers just to watch AMC and GME and that whatever that's going to lead up to. Which is understandable. It's like a one-time thing. I get that completely. But yeah, from like a practical stance, right? So like a practical way of thinking about this, I think it makes more sense to be focusing more on the content. Although I have had some difficulties with doing that just the past week, because it's just been, I had planned a lot of things the past couple of days that I had to attend, and but yeah, for the coming weeks, I don't think I'll have that problem. I stopped watching the others to watch you. I totally get it, but the thing is, I think it's also better. I get it completely. But the idea that I currently have is to just spam upload videos with technical analysis for the stocks that people love. and to just build up that kind of audience, because I think at some point it falters, right? So I haven't been uploading in a while, and I can really feel it, right? So the audience has been gradually kind of dimming down, and it makes sense. I haven't been uploading any videos, and it's mostly because I've been live streaming 4 hours a day. So I want to cut that back. I want to do 1 hour for the market open and 1 hour for the market close. I think that would be a lot better. I would have a lot more time to be uploading content, and I'll be uploading tons of content, so don't worry about that. And we'll also have the live streams. I think that would be a great solution. I've been thinking about this for weeks, and I'm just... So, like, what I had in my own head, it was... So I can either keep on live streaming and just watch the audience just vaporize because I'm not uploading videos, or I can upload videos and actually have the best of both worlds. He's breaking up with us. No. I'm not breaking up with anybody. It's just like a different kind of focus, right? So you know, I could be uploading more videos if I would not be live streaming 2 hours in a row, then 2 hours in a row. The only reason why people stop watching you is because you try to short aim. That's not true. Get out of here. Come on. In fact, I actually, what I saw, what really broke my heart is when the live stream ends, it directs you to Matt Kors or Trace Trades. There's nothing wrong with those guys. They're cool guys. But everybody is being sucked into that ape community, right? And I'm not really about that. I'm about just good stocks, good fundamentals with technical analysis, trying to see if we can have a swing trade or a long-term trade or a long-term investment. And so I'm going to have to do it, right? I don't really have a choice here. This really does sound like a breakup. Most people couldn't care less about AMC. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Most people are actually watching. Masras coming in with a $3 donation that says, what's going on with CCIV? With CCIV, I mean, we're still seeing that pullback. You know, like I said, we've got that FOMC meeting coming up. CCIV is most likely going to bottom out. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of days. We're going to see CCIV actually bottom out. And I think it's going to rally. But yeah, like I said previously, the fundamental news that we got, the fact that CCIV, you know, Lucid Motors, they delayed the merger, and there were some really confusing details coming out regarding the reversals, you know, reverse stock split. That is putting off people, and it makes perfect sense for it to correct down. Usually, when we see a correction, it's about 20 to 25%. That's pretty much what we have seen so far, 20%. Yeah. And I think for a couple days, it's just going to do nothing because we're still 1 month and 1 week away from the merger. But I do think eventually it's going to pick up the pace. Let's go back to the $30. And who knows where it goes after that, right? So it could go really, really fast right around the merger. Matt Kors is watching it. I wouldn't be surprised. He used to be a very small YouTuber until he covered what is it, GME and AMC. That's why I watch you. I appreciate everybody that's watching me instead of some other YouTuber. You know, everybody has their own preference, and I do appreciate you guys as well. But like I said, it's for the. I think it's better for the channel. Honestly, I think it's way better for the channel if I'm only live streaming 1 hour for open and 1 hour for the market close. I think it's as enjoyable, but I think it would really help the channel. Yeah, and I would be uploading videos pretty much in the other hours. Garrett, it gives more time for CCIV to run. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Hey, if I'm noticing that that lots of people are interested in the live stream, then I'll live stream more. It's no problem. But I think I've kind of been neglecting uploading videos, so I'm gonna have to really focus on that, and that just requires me to have all the time I need to actually put out content. And maybe I've been somewhat deluding myself, right? Like, oh, I can live stream 4 hours a day and upload 4 videos a day, and it's actually pretty darn difficult. And in fact, I used to do 2 hours, right? So I used to live stream about 2 hours per day maximum, so I could focus on actually just uploading content. Gara, stop ranting. Stop the meme stocks. Let's see. Yeah, AMC is about to hit 60. Xpeng, Li Auto, Neo. Huh. It seems like Power Hour is not helping at all. I think a major reason behind this is because of the FOMC meeting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. Do you like making videos over live streaming? No. I love live streaming, but I think it's necessary to be also putting out content. I think it's super necessary. I enjoy both, but I enjoy the live streaming part a bit more. Just do a 24-hour live stream where where all you talk about is AMC. You'll get 2 times the viewers. I really can't do that. I really cannot get myself to do that. I can't take it seriously, and I won't take it seriously because it's not a long-term thing. But I've actually seriously thought about it. Just, put the AMC logo, just talk about AMC, cover the short interest, be very hyped, say that it's going to go to 100,000. But it's just not me, and it's not what Lucid Trading is about. It's never what it was about. Gara, as long as you live stream as you were saying and upload, so it will be super. Keep up the excellent works. Thanks for all your hard work. Been following you now for a year. Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you so much. I think people who just starting, they watch a lot of contents, but who's already been doing this like to watch live. Feels like I'm not alone. Oh, we'll see. I'm probably gonna find a good solution for this. Hey, maybe it might be 1 hour and 30 minutes or something like that. But I do notice the impact of being live 4 hours a day makes it very hard to actually be creative on the other hours. Like, I could maybe upload 1 or 2 videos, but I remember back in the day I used to upload like 3 or 4 videos every single day, right? So we would cover Tesla, Palantir, Apple, Neo on every single day, and it was amazing. I kind of want to go back to just uploading frequently, like really frequently. Stay, I can't live without you. I get that. Gosh. But yeah, it's going to be quite crucial. Somebody called me, apparently. Yeah, I need to bring new people to the channel. That's it, pretty much. Because I think like a big portion of people out there are now interested in AMC and GME. So like that there you go. That's like 50% of the audience that now only watches AMC and GME content. Yeah, that's it. That's kind of what's happening right now. And of course, I do appreciate everybody that's still watching. But I really am gonna go with my gut on this one. with just uploading daily and giving updates on stocks, tech stocks, growth stocks, everything for that matter. Yeah, this feels like the end of Titanic, and you're letting us die into freezing water. I mean, I never said I was quitting. I never said I was quitting with the live streams. Some people are like acting like I'm gonna stop. No, I'm probably I'm probably just gonna do it a little less in terms of like the actual duration, and that's it. Make AMC videos. We want AMC. I think enough people are making AMC videos. Make bullish AMC videos, you'll blow up. I think a lot of people know about the fact that I shorted AMC, and I don't think that's going to help at all. One moment. I'm going to have to charge my phone. Wowza. Very nice. Yeah, I would not stop live streaming. Yeah, enough about that. So yeah, the idea would be if I were to actually only do 1 hour live streams, it would be from. Let's see if I can get that right. It would be 30 minutes before the market opens until 30 minutes after the market opened, and then another hour, just a 1 hour before the market closes. So power hour, right? That's going to be the idea. When this whole AMC debacle is over, I might or might not live stream as usual, which is the 2 hours on market open and 2 hours market close. But right now, it's just, I notice it very, very much. Everybody is watching AMC content. I am not delivering that. I'm not going to be delivering that. I refuse to. So that's been kind of problematic. But, you know, I know how to adapt. I think things are going to go pretty darn well. But I just want to let you guys know. Just want to let you guys know what's going to happen. Yeah, this is not a gambling channel. It never has been a gambling channel. And that's that. Abu Bakr Al Jasmi coming in with a 18 AED donation and says, I think short videos on specific topic and stocks can have good potential. Keep it up. Your be unique. Set out at the crowd. I'm gonna do my best. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think I'm very confident. I'm incredibly confident that it's gonna be better. Things are gonna be much better. So nothing negative happening. There's going to be more content, and quality is going to go up. That's it, right? But yeah, I think this is enough. We talked about it. I just wanted to everybody to notice. I'm going to be live streaming a little bit less in hours, right? So I'm still going to be live streaming for market open and market close. It's just not going to be 2 full hours. It's going to be roughly an hour to about 1 hour 30 minutes. So if you're wondering, Gara, why are you only live 1 hour and 30 minutes? That's the reason. I'm going to be uploading more videos and more content. Didn't have the opportunity to actually upload the past couple days. I had a lot of appointments that I had to attend. I don't have any appointments the coming days and the next week, like the next weeks. So that should be good. Right, we covered that. Unacceptable. Well, it is what it is. We're going to have to get through this, guys. Guys and gals, we'll be fine. What happens after the meme stocks die? Will you go back to your 2 hour schedule? Yes. Yeah. If, you know, look what's happening. Trade has like 30K people watching him. Matt Course, like, was it 60K or something? Everybody's watching that. Like they're beating Meet Kevin. That's how big the thing is, and it's affecting every single stock YouTube channel. Anybody that's not covering AMC and GME right now is getting demolished. And I think after that whole debacle, things will be improving. I think if you differentiate than other channels, then people will come more. There's so many YouTubers. I have to agree. I mean, it definitely, everybody's covering GME and MC. Like, there's not a lot of differentiation out there. All right. Thank God that I made the decision finally. I can't believe AMC is still sitting at that 59.5. Tesla is still 600.25. 600.25. Still sitting quite low. Virgin Galactic. Oh my gosh. It's going to 34.7. I don't know why I said it was going to go up. I've been saying for a long time that Virgin Galactic is going to go down. I might have said it might actually head up and then come down. I think that's what I meant, because with the way Virgin Galactic is moving at the moment, I think a pullback is going to be necessary here. If we would use some Fibonacci retracement levels, I think it's most likely going to be going back to like roughly 33. If that doesn't hold, it would make perfect sense for us to see it go back to 28 to 29. So that's going to be coming up next for Virgin Galactic. However, do mind if we do get news that Richard Branson is going to go on a test flight or whatnot, if we get any kind of positive news out there, then yeah, we're going to see Virgin Galactic fly high. Chevron is going up 2%. AMC is sitting at 59.6 still holding tight. Doesn't want to leave the 60, right? So people are buying it. People are literally specifically buying the stock to get it above 60, just so that gamma squeeze can actually be activated, right? This is it. This is what we're seeing. Will it actually happen? That's the question. We'll see. I think it's better to invest where all the money is. High risk, high reward. I think it's better to be investing in stocks that have proper fundamentals, that have a bright future, and that are looking good on the technicals. Okay, so yeah, this power hour seems to be a more negative one. Like we've said before, the FOMC meeting is playing a big role here. Even Palantir now down 2 percentage points at 24.5. That's really interesting. Despite all of that negativity, meme stocks like AMC and GME for that matter are GME's actually down. It's just AMC that's up 4.3%. Financials, I think from the financials, JP Morgan is going down the most, down 7.6%. It does look like we might actually see a reversal, like a bit of a bounce here. Are we still expecting a massive correction this summer? Yeah, I'm still expecting it. I was initially expecting it for the end of July, fearing that there was a lot of inflation. Inflation is not as bad as people were expecting, so I think what we might see is rather a massive correction at the end of July. That's when we have earnings, right? So we have earnings for all the stocks out there. End of July, August. that's where we could see a potential downturn. So what usually happens, stocks run up until earnings, they sell off afterwards. Could also happen during the rally up to earnings, where we see everything pull back. One second. Gara, when will Tesla hit $700? I'll give it 2 weeks. 2 freaking weeks. 2 weeks, right? So. And it's gonna happen really fast. When it happens, it's like really darn fast. It's gonna happen prior to the deliveries, which will be out there at the beginning of July. So like the first week of July. One moment. I'll be back in a second. Alright, yeah, another whole lot is happening here. Man, the Dow Jones is still looking strong. My gosh. From a weekly perspective, it's looking weak, right? So we're seeing the MACD cross. Could be the start of a downturn, like a slow downturn. Like we're talking very similar to what we had in 2018. Maybe go down 10%. Yeah, that seems kind of unlikely. Daily chart is still looking okay on the Dow Jones. MACD is really deleveraging, yet the price is still sitting quite high. And on the 4 hours, yeah, there's no reason why the Dow Jones couldn't stay high like this until the end of the year. So perhaps we might actually see. Let me think about this. So the momentum that we're seeing for the value stocks is going to continue at a slower pace in comparison to what we saw at the beginning of the year. But it will keep going. And we'll see the Nasdaq pace along with it, along with the Russell. So they're both, starting to move up with it. Instead of the stock rotations that we had seen previously, which was, quite damaging for the Russell and the Nasdaq, I think we might see like an overall market rally. Of course, we cannot have everything rally at the same pace, but just like right now, everything is down. When we see the positive days, everything is going to be up, and I think it's going to be more skewed towards the tech and growth stocks, regardless of what we've seen in the past. So yeah, seems like the whole market is just as a whole rallying due to the fact that we have inflation. Hey, hello, Gara. Were you live streaming during the March 2020 crash? If so, do you have any videos on your channel from that time? No, actually, I did not live stream back then. I actually started around, I think, October or November with the live streams last year. We got about 28 minutes left. It's not a whole lot, but it is definitely some time. Let's see. So far, Power Hour has been quite disappointing. We're not seeing significant differences here in these stocks. I've been watching the live stream for 1 year. That is so cool. To anybody that's been watching for like a year, you guys are the best. Like, without you guys, I wouldn't be here in the first place. So, thank you so much. Like I said previously, we're not going to be quitting the live streams. I'm just going to be cutting back on the hours, so I can focus more on spending time on just creating new content, which has been quite lacking just the past couple months. I'll have to say it's going to be a great time to be creating content, and I'll be creating tons of content about your favorite stocks. You know, Tesla, Palantir, Neo, just you name it, right? So the popular stocks, the unpopular stocks, and we're still going to be live streaming. It's just, I think it's going to be beneficial for the channel if I'm spending more time on creating content so that more people can come in. I think that would be really cool. And yeah, I think it's natural, right? So at some point you gotta upload some content, and I've not been able to do so for such a long time. And I have to say, it's like I said previously, it's the AMC part, right? Everybody's watching the AMC live streams, which makes it hard for other people that are not covering AMC, which is no problem. But I'm gonna be adapting, right? So I'm gonna adapt in my own way. I'm gonna wait until the whole hype around that is gonna be over. And I think maybe then we could extend the live streams by that time. And I'm only saying this so you guys know this, so that you won't be surprised. Like, why is he suddenly only live 1 hour for open and 1 hour for close? It's just to inform you guys. And I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. So, Gara, do you own any dividend stocks? I own CD Projekt, and CD Projekt has dividends. Let's go. Yeah. Not really. I'm not really focused on dividends. I'm more focused on the growth, the tech, the high risk, high reward kind of stocks. That's been my focus. Of course, there are some high risk stocks that have dividends. I don't really like dividends that much. I think down the road I'll probably have some dividend stocks in my portfolio when it gets larger. But right now I'm not really focused on that. One sec. Oh wow. So Tesla's below 600. Look at that. Oh boy, it's getting interesting there. Oh my gosh, that's kind of painful. This is going below 600 right now. That is beautiful. I don't mind seeing this. I'll probably load up as it goes along. If it's like 597, I'll actually buy some more Tesla shares. It is going to take some time, but I think if it does, I'll get some more. Gara, if CC Heavy breaks 22, I can see it falling to 20 again. Yeah, I think it could happen. I think for that to happen, we would probably see the market as a whole to correct. So if the market corrects as a whole, then CCIV goes back to that $20. There we go. Oh wow, we got a donation from Laura Gayhart, and Laura says, "Love your videos. Whenever I don't listen to you, I lose money. Can you tell me your schedule for Saturday and Sunday videos? I get very angry when I don't see you on Saturdays." Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna probably publish the schedule on Discord, and I'll be posting it on the YouTube channel too, so you know when I'm gonna be live, and I'll be adjusting it along the way. But usually I'm only live during the weekdays, and I try to be live on Sundays sometimes, but I'll tell you, it's pretty difficult. But from time to time, I'm actually live on the Sunday as well. Yeah, for the most part, I think what Tesla calls are 2.86 for July 2nd. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think Tesla's probably going to be moving quite significantly for that date specifically. But yeah, like I said, the schedule is going to be changing slightly. You know, 1 hour for market open, 1 hour for market close, and tons of content. That's going to be my main focus for the coming weeks. Gara, maybe you need more help to make your channel more informative. Some help can organize big news. Some countries know it sucks. I guess, I mean, I think down the road, for sure, there's going to be an expansion in that regard. But at this moment, it's not going to be as crucial than for the video creation process to get going again. It's going to be more important right now. The final 15 minutes might get ugly. I mean, we'll see. Man, I love that you show the Fibonacci lines. No problem. I think the Fibonacci lines are very crucial, and I think I've been using it. Look, when I'm plotting the trend lines and I'm plotting the resistances, usually we're getting right at the Fibonacci levels. So I don't use the Fibonacci levels on their own that often, because when you just plot trend lines and the resistances supports, usually you find them anyway. But, you know, it's a nice tool, right? So it makes it really easy to see where we see resistance and support. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you hear that in the background? It is so noisy. So many people are outside. Like 20 people. Yeah, the neighbors are having a very interesting... I think they're having a barbecue. This is the first time ever that this happens, by the way, on Livestream, and it will not happen in the future. Trust me, with that one, I'll be living on my own. Yeah, we got about 20 minutes. These are not kids. We're not talking about. We're talking about adults, right? So these are adults that we're talking about. They're just, people are having a good time outside. I'll give them that. When are you moving out? I'm moving out at the end of July. No worries about the noise. Yes. Yeah, are you not scared? No, I'm not scared. How dare they be having a good time? Exactly. I could try to actually minimize the gain on the microphone. Hold up, see if I can actually do that. Sorry for that noise. This should probably help like a ton, because it might, I might not be able to pick up the sound from the area now. Maybe that will solve that problem. Okay. Oh my gosh, my hair is looking so awful. How is AMC still holding on at a market cap of 30 billion? Somebody please tell me that. That is unbelievable. I mean, technically speaking, it should be able to squeeze if it's above 60. But it's really struggling to get above 60. That's what we're seeing here. And a lot of people are buying in to just get it above 60, right? Neo is still on its way down. We did anticipate this happening. Really good stuff. AMC is on beast mode. That's temporarily. Oh my god, look at that. C3.ai is leaving the 57 in the dust. C3.ai leaving 57 in the dust as we speak. Sitting at about 56.9 at the moment. That is interesting. Is the market selling off further? No, not even. Oh, wow. That's kind of fascinating. Classic. Like I said, the stock is becoming cheaper. Fundamentals are still really good, and they're going to keep on improving. So I don't mind any sell-off like this. I'll be buying more at 55 myself. Keep in mind, I've been lowering my share price from like 160 all the way to $80, and I'll be getting it lower than that. I'm gonna probably aim to get it at like 77, 76. That is a level that we have seen just a couple days ago, and I will not sell this stock until it goes to up at least like 140, 130. That's where I might actually consider taking partial profit. Hedgies throwing yeah, the hedgies are throwing everything. I know. It's so obvious. It is so incredibly obvious. Look at this. How is it just below 60? That is kind of crazy. It goes above 60 and it dumps back to 59. That's what I think that's like really weird behavior. How it's just hovering right below the $60, which is a crucial level for this stock to actually start moving if it goes above 60, because there's a lot of out of money calls that have to I think it's a delta hedging part, right? So you've got these calls out there that are out of the money, that will be in the money, so you have these market makers buy AMC up again. And the way it's moving right now, it seems like it might not happen. It's right below the $60, right below the strike prices that are quite significant. And yeah, it's really interesting to watch. All right, so we still got about 14 minutes left here in the market, and I am getting roasted right now. The weather is so incredibly nice. But yeah, I mean, this room is just as hot as the sun at the moment. It's peculiar. Gara do be hating when in fact we close 100 plus Friday. I mean, that's what people are saying every single day. They said it last week, they're saying it this week, yet the stock can't push above 60 properly. How many C3 you hold right now? I have no idea. I think it's somewhere 400 or something. I'm looking at my Tesla stock right now. It's a boatload. I'm holding like a boatload of C3.ai at the moment. I'm not even looking at it right now. I'm buying C3.ai on different accounts, and one account is like long term. I'll take a look at that like 6 months from now. And I've got one account where I'm actually using options to buy C3.ai. So like 2 times leverage. And that's how I'm doing it right now. I suppose a lot of people are watching the football. Yeah, that's also that's a biggie too. Says from both sides, like people are watching the AMC stuff and the football stuff. It makes it really difficult to attract an audience in the first place. And I actually do want to sort of focus more on content. And like, what better time than right now, right? So lower audience, and if I would just half the time, could be making more content out there. If AMC goes to 100, I'll buy 2 C3 shares to support you. Oh, thank you. That support is going to be appreciated. I think it's gonna do well even without the support. GOEV, wow. What the hell is this? GOEV. So you got GOEV and GEVO. This is interesting. Yeah, it seems like this is I don't know what is happening here. 20% move. Manufactured electric vehicles designed to modular electric platform purpose built to deliver maximum. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's spiking really darn fast. I think looking at the fundamentals would be a good idea. 2.5 billion market cap. We did say in the past that it was going to sell off, and we were right about that. All right, that was a good one. It was a good call. If I say so myself. I'm not so sure about the reason that this is actually going up. This looks really bullish. Could pretty much go up to 12. Did you have the vaccinate? No, we didn't have the. I didn't have the opportunity to vaccinate yet, unfortunately. It is not bothering us in any way to hear that background noise. That's sweet. Yeah, I hope it's. I think the coming days is not going to be there. Just once every 3 months or something that happens. Gara, what are your thoughts on Tesla's monthly MACD? I think we're going to see a significant correction on Tesla. It's just probably going to happen down the road rather than short term. Looking at this right now, you see there's a plenty of room for this to come down like 3 months from now. It looks scary, but it's not as scary as people think it is. In the meantime, we could very well see Tesla stock go back to 750, 800. So there's no reason to be scared about that. Yeah, look at that. AMC hovering right below 60, 59.3, and it's failing to go above 60, which is yeah, it's having a big impact, right? I think the hedge funds are having a big impact on keeping it below that $60 level. One moment. Oh yeah, by the way, hit the like button. If you like the live streams, if you've been enjoying the live stream so far, show your appreciation by just hitting that like button. That would be appreciated. So much noise in the background, I'm telling you. Once again, I apologize for that. This is not gonna be an occurrence that'll be there next time. Like the smash button, exactly. You got it. Tesla 599. My gosh, that is so depressing. It's just been it's like the kangaroo, right? It's not been doing much. No significant price increases. Yet the fundamentals are still very strong. So it's just a matter of time. Some patience and some time. And then when it does start rallying, everybody's mind is going to be blown away. Gara needs to stop apologizing today. I think I probably should stop apologizing, but I want to remain humble. You know, I don't want to be like marginalizing anybody. This is Lucid Gang. This is Lucid Gang indeed. Gang, gang, gang. We're about to have new emojis for the Lucid membership, for the YouTube membership, and it's gonna be cool. New emojis, new logos. So if you're a member for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 12 months, that's all gonna get like a special image, and I think you guys are gonna like that. Tesla goes up when Elon's Twitter gets hacked. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to get some proper emojis and some... I mean, we got some decent emojis right now, but we're going to be adding some new ones and replacing some of the old ones with better ones, better looking ones. I think the current ones are pretty good too, but we'll make some tiny changes here and there. We've got about 5 minutes. We've got another €4 donation from Laura Gayhard. CCIV prediction for tomorrow. Thank you, Laura. So my prediction for CCIV. Okay, so we see that the MACD is crossing, right? So that's a very bearish thing. Usually you don't want to see this if you're holding a stock. Sitting at 22.7. It looks like if the FOMC meeting is negative, we'll see it go down as much as probably around 21.22, 21.20. Right at this level right here, where it previously bounced, so around 21, right? So 21 is still a possibility if the FOMC meeting is not going to be as positive as people are hoping. But I think it's probably going to consolidate, if anything. It's consolidate in this area, right around the trend line, and then gradually start moving upwards. And we're getting very close to that trend line. And we said it was going to go down. We've been saying for a while that it was going to be pulling back, and it's finally pulling back. So something like this I have in mind. So it would consolidate, right? Around 22, maybe 21, for some time because of the delay that we have in the merger, right? So the merger is going to be delayed by about a week. And that is pretty big. So it could consolidate here, and then I'm expecting it to shoot back up swiftly, and it would not stop going down. It would just keep on going up. A very good example of this, by the way, we have about 5 minutes left until the market is going to close. A good example of this was back when Nikola had its own merger, right? So watch what happened with Nikola. It was a SPAC merger, you know, it was an EV stock, it was a fraudulent company. But back then people didn't know that. So just like what we're seeing with CCIV, we're seeing this kind of price movement, and then it gradually rallies upwards. And that's sort of what I'm seeing here. And this movement here for Nikola took about a month, roughly 20 days. And then the last week it went parabolic. I think something similar is about to be happening with CCIV. Yeah, look what happened with Nikola down. That was a 40% correction. So you got CCIV here. See what I'm saying? Same pattern. 20% downturn. It's going to consolidate right here around 22, 23. Worst case, 21, 20. And then we'll see a gradual move to the upside. And the last 1 or 2 weeks, it's going to just go parabolic. That's where it could maybe go from like 27 all the way to like 35 or 40 in just one go. But yeah, for tomorrow, I think not a whole lot is going to happen. It's going to stay sideways. Kind of around 22, 23. Yeah, Nikola was a bit of a scam. Sort of. Because they're making a comeback right now. Merge already. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, look at that. AMC starting to pull back right now. I got a message from a friend of mine. We got about 3 minutes left. AMC is pulling back last couple minutes before the market closes. Very interesting to see this. And we're seeing Tesla pull back. We're seeing the stock market pull back. FOMC meetings tomorrow. We're going to be covering that tomorrow. Exciting. Nicola's my neighbor. Wow. Waiting for 550 on Tesla to add more. You're going to be waiting a long time. I think if anything, just according to... If we trust the Fibonacci, it would probably hit 570 again and just go back up, right? There's no way around that. I want to look at some proper Fibonacci. Yeah, 490s is very significant. 480, 490, around that zone. If we see like a significant pullback in the S&P or the Nasdaq, I think it's going to go back to 490. Not near term, but maybe a couple months from now. We've got 1 minute left. 1 minute left until the market is going to close. And so far, like we said, Nasdaq was going to go down. Markets are negative. It's been a bit of a negative day prior to the FOMC meeting, which makes total sense. And the market is going to close any second. Let's see what's happening here in live chat. Yeah, not a very brutal day, but it's not one of the positive days. Yeah. There we go, and the market just closed for today. What a day! What a day indeed! Another day where we see meme stocks rally and normal stocks sell off. It's quite interesting to watch this. Let me just close this. Yep. Guys, that was it for today. The market just closed. Yeah, what's going to happen tomorrow, right? That's the big question. It's a very big question. Nobody can predict what the Fed is going to do tomorrow. Nobody can predict it. Jerome Powell could come out and say, we're going to start tapering. Or, hey, we're going to think about tapering. We're thinking about raising rates. And that's it. The market crashes instantaneously. It goes down 2 to 5%. And then after that, it keeps on going down. Or we're going to see the same message over and over, which is Jerome Powell just kind of saying with confidence, hey, we're supporting the market, and we're going to keep on supporting the market with low rates, and with the share or asset repurchasing program. Gara, our trading app, does not allow you to switch share lending off to interactive brokers, so they are making money of our shares to help short our favorite stocks. Check settings. Yeah, that's true. I heard about that. It's pretty messed up. Yeah, so they're literally taking the opposite trade, so the opposite side of the trade. The big ones, right? So the big trading, the brokerages. Bitcoin starting to fall now, 1.7%. Interesting. Yeah. Very fascinating. What should a new trader keep an eye on as far as affecting the market? The PE ratios. Stocks are getting very, very overvalued. It has there's several factors that are playing into this. A new trader should know that regardless of what people are doing and what people are saying, having a bunch of cash around is not a bad idea, because stocks are flying high. PE ratios very, very high. We could see a massive pullback either in the coming year or the year afterwards. I don't think the pullback is going to be happening this year because the Fed doesn't want there to be a pandemic and a market crash simultaneously. That would ruin everything, right? So they first pump out some money to help people out, then they let the market crash. That would be a bad idea. But yeah, having money around, man, it's very underrated. Having money around. Yeah, cash is not necessarily king, but it's not a bad idea to have money around. Because you could buy the dip on real estate, you could buy the dip on stocks, anything out there. If we do see a massive dip, and it's likely to come in the near-term future. PE ratios that we currently see, usually are not manageable on the long term. It just isn't. And anybody else, anybody trying to convince you otherwise is selling you snake's oil. And I've been saying this for like a year now. Like, be careful. Market's very, very high right now. We'll see how far this speculative bubble is gonna go. But yeah. What's your take on what's happening with the US 30 Dow Jones right now? It's going to probably continue going up at a slower pace. But regardless, it's going to keep going up. We've got inflation. Commodities are rising. So yeah, the Dow is going to keep going up. I had a different opinion on this back like 3 months ago. Maybe a little bit vengeful. But yeah, the Dow is going to probably slowly go up. There's going to be dips, but I don't see that just suddenly plummeting boatloads to the downside. And if it plummets, I think everything else is going to plummet as well. But I think the environment is becoming more and more favorable for the tech and growth stocks out there. Okay. I want to just check something very briefly here. Let me lay back a little bit. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to be focusing more on creating videos. What does that mean? What does that mean, right? Like, what do I mean with that? I'll try to be uploading videos right before the market opens up and right before the opening live stream. But I'll be cutting the live stream length in half. So 1 hour for the market open and 1 hour for the market close. There's a good reason I'm doing this. The main reason is obviously audience is diverting to AMC and GME. And it's been really painful for the channel. Just the past 6 months, just everybody's watching meme stocks and AMC. We're not covering that as much, and I don't really want to make that the priority of this channel. Although sometimes it gets really crazy, and I'm like, hey, we're going to cover AMC anyway. So it gets really interesting. But I'll be uploading more content. Having more time to do so really does help. So that's why I'm cutting down on the live streams, just in the duration of the live stream. So I'll still be doing the live streams for market open and market close. It's just going to be a little less. If I see that there's more demand for the live streams, then I'll be live streaming more. And of course, I think at some point that's going to happen, and we'll probably be back to this normal schedule. But for now, there's going to be a bit of a difference, a bit of a change. I hope people would not mind it too much. Still going to be live streaming. Going to be uploading more on the side. And yeah, I'll be covering your favorite stocks, and I'll be still doing that every single day. I'm not going anywhere. So the people that think that I'm betraying them, I'm not. I'm actually trying to build up the channel, expand it, and increase the quality as much as I can. And I'm just trying to do my best. But let's see what's happening here in the live chat. Do you think shorting AMC hurts your channel? Probably slightly. I think it's not necessarily the shorting AMC, it's the popularity of AMC, right? So lots of people are actually leaving other YouTubers behind because they want to watch AMC and GME because they're holding AMC and GME. So the channels that are not covering AMC and GME are doing pretty darn bad right now. I'm seeing this across the board. Because that's where retail is right now. Right around AMC and GME. Yeah, I think that's good. Like I said, different schedule. It's going to be a little bit different, but the same in other ways. Hope you guys don't mind. I think we're going to be killing it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And yeah, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Like I said, 30 minutes before market open. So yeah, guys, this was Lucid Trading.